Hello, all you beautiful women and handsome gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context.
She was particularly manipulative and convincing.
Why would any mother do this?
So what did Gypsy Rose do next?
If you don't recognize that woman, she's the same paid expert that did commentary on Gypsy's Lifetime series, The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, which aired on January 5th of 2024, a week after she was released from prison.
Whose plan was it to kill your mother?
We already know the answer to this.
It was my plan.
This is not a shocking new revelation. Since Gypsy Rose Blanchard had to admit it, she was caught. They had the evidence, they had the text messages, the private messages, the electronics, and it was a part of her plea deal. So this is not news to us. However, she's going to be on 60 Minutes airing tomorrow. This here on TV Black Box says, 10 years after the shocking murder of Dee Dee Blanchard, Gypsy Rose Blanchard speaks to 60 Minutes about the years of abuse that led to the crime and life after prison. Like we haven't seen it enough. The article says, "Why I Killed My Mother. You're unlikely to encounter anyone sweeter than Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She really is charming. So are most sociopaths and psychopaths. But she's also a convicted murderer. With help from a so-called boyfriend she met online, she killed her own mother." The brutal crime, Claudine Dee Dee Blanchard, was jabbed 17 times, happened 10 years ago, and Gypsy Rose was imprisoned. But now she's free. On 60 Minutes, Amelia Adams meets a controversial young woman, very determined to let the world know why she did what she did. Somebody answer me the question, why did she do that entire book, My Time to Stand? Wasn't that supposed to be her finally telling the truth? And she says that she was supposed to have an exploratory scope of her throat done and that her mom was, quote, cutting my throat, unquote, and that's the reason why. Now she's stating ABUSE. After she had recently fully admitted in parts 1 and parts 2 of a TikTok video post that she really was sick with a microdeletion, a very serious genetic disease, a very serious chromosome disorder, a microdeletion. But we knew that. Her medical records clearly reflect that for anybody who's read them. Her recent weight loss, especially during her entire pregnancy, was very concerning, along with her inability to eat solid foods again. And let's not forget that her grandfather actually testifies that she really did have sleep apnea as a baby because the alarm would go off when she would stop breathing, of which her own uncle also testified to that being a verified fact, as a witness to it also.
I wasn't born evil. My circumstances took me there.
Most people can do basic math. Most people have some common sense. Most people have logical problem solving and reasoning skills. We know exactly why she killed her mother. The only thing left for Gypsy Rose to do is to fully admit it and actually ask for forgiveness. But until she comes to the point where she is remorseful, rehabilitated, reformed, and asking for it, she is never going to be granted it by society. Not anymore. And that can only start with the fundamental truth. Taking a harder and closer look at Gypsy Rose Blanchard's Instagram account and the posts that she puts up there, you can clearly see that she favors Instagram over other forms of social media. But this cash cow is long from being over for her because she's still milking it. Despite the fact that most people who have heard of her case in the United States, or even the few internationally, know the truth. It did not take long for networks and mainstream media to start picking up on the truth and learning that they really need to verify and corroborate their, quote, facts, unquote. But let's go to the comment section. When you do unhuman things, you don't get treated like one. Get used to it. Will you still be doing activist work about Munchausen by proxy like you said before, or have you changed your mind? Remember, your mom was human also. Another says, such a victim, huh? It's falling apart, isn't it, Gypsy? This comment reads, leave Ken, babe. You deserve someone who actually loves you and respects you. That restaurant episode broke my heart. Weren't you not supposed to be online, though? These comments read, she hit her emo phase. Girl, live your best life. You deserve it. Be happy and know you are awesome. Now stop placating her. Stop placating her with the ass kissing because you know you lying, mother. Take one for the team and ask Ken about his phone behavior. Ooh, snap. This person just simply says, no, you're not. Another comment says, she has a show? Question mark. In my opinion, I don't think they will make it. Hey, we all have that opinion. We know that Ken is a nobody and he's only there for what he thinks is fame and money. Too bad he's just a nobody who's FUCKing a schmurderer. This is just cutthroat. I love this. He gets to be the grandpa to your daughter that he wasn't able to be the dad to you. Sweetheart, the negligence of Gypsy Rose and Nicolette was a choice, a deliberate choice. He raised Dylan and Mia just fine. The way I thought this was Tony Hawk for 1 second. Did you prop her on there? This person says she's going to eventually give in and show her baby's face. LMAO, removing comments. Not gonna put my baby online to respect her privacy, proceeds to do the opposite. Gotta get them clicks and views. That's a really big baby for 2 months. These comments say she has her grandmother's hair, heart. So much for keeping the baby off of socials. So predictable. So glad you get a real loving family and are able to pass it down to your children. Okay, do you even know who you are talking to? Miss Mackie Dana? Her loving father and stepmother were there the first 24 years of her life as well, you know. Buckle up, this is getting brutal. I knew Rod and Christy would be great grandparents. This baby girl is in the safest hands any baby could ever be. So all the haters need to stop fretting XXX. You do know that it's not the grandparents who are supposed to be raising the baby, right? And that XXX is the symbol for adult pornography. In response to that, somebody says Christy is a drunk and pops PILLS. Somebody else says, you don't know Christy. Another person just does the laugh cry emoji twice. Now this saddens me, but there's hope when I see how well Mia, I hope that's her daughter's name, has done. XXX. We don't want to. Shake my head or smack my face. Another says, that's right. Oh, that's really safe. God, none of you are capable of taking care of this baby. This is the best, and it makes my heart so happy for you. That dark hair, just like Grandma Dee Dee. Yep, just like Grandma Dee Dee. Another says, she'll definitely post that kid after the first post underperforms. What's her name? Brave to sleep around Queen Jip Jip. I thought she was not going to be posting pictures of her kid, ? Is that some type of heart or breathing monitor wire attached to her? I sure hope not. Gypsy realizing the only way she'll stay relevant is to keep posting her kid. Further comments say, Rod is an exceptional person. You are blessed to have him in your life now. Then why was he negligent for the first 24 years of her life? And why did he neglect Nicolette, his other daughter? This is actually what you and your dad needed to heal, was this baby. Really? You think that's what they needed to heal? I think that's absolutely dangerous for a sociopath and a narcissist to have a baby. They get jealous of it. More comments say, why is she being treated like a celebrity? Boycott 60 Minutes. She's a felon who offed her mom. Why are they giving her so much fame? Because she's infamous. She killed her mom. That's why. She's a freak show side attraction at a circus. These comments say, really 60 Minutes? Glorifying a woman who orchestrated the death of her own mother. Bring her baby gifts? What the F? Shame on you. This isn't someone to promote. She's no role model for young women in our country. Why did you waste time and money going over there to talk to her? We don't care about her. What's next? A Grammy for her and Casey Anthony? Why keep giving her attention? Why are people still bringing her gifts and treating her like a celebrity? She's only a murderer and a liar. Don't forget about that part. It's really creepy the way that Ken has locked his eyes on the reporter. If that's the case, Ken better sleep with one eye open, gripping his pillow tight, because Jip Jip ain't gonna have none of that. This is who Casey Anthony is advocating for. People who get away with unaliving. She saw Gypsy being praised and gifted. Now she wants a slice. Stop giving criminals platforms. She took the life of her mother. 60 Minutes think they're cool hanging out with this abomination. This is a weird post. Can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that. That is the realest thing I have read all day.
That I don't want my baby to be in front of a camera. Unless it's for like home movies, I will not be putting my child in the media at all.
Why?
But hey, look at the bright side. At least Gypsy Rose Blanchard is telling some half-truths. The other part of the time, it's just where the truth lies, much like Casey Anthony. In fact, she and her new BFF can just F off into the sunset together and we would be all the better for it. But, until they do, don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and share.